Welcome back, fellas and fellaettes, to another episode of the River City Boys podcast. We got Landon back again. I'm just excited to get into it again. Will, why don't you start it off again, telling us what we're doing this time?
All right, so we're back again with the CFP or the RCB committee rankings for the NFC team. So again, we're gonna go kind of college football. So what matters is head to head, strength of victory, strength of schedule, quality of wins, and then common opponents we can look at if we're gonna compare two teams, kind of like we did last with the Bills and Texans. So Landon, you want to lead us off?
Yeah, we'll go with the easy one here. It's
Oh,
the NFC.
sorry. I should preface we got 8 teams for this one because the Bucks and Panthers are both still alive, and that comes to one game. So.
So okay, so 8 and 7 are going to be flip-flopped. It either or the Panthers or the Bucks. It's your NFC South leader. They're going to be your last. They're the weakest. They're going to have the weakest record in the NFC out of all the playoff teams. They're in the weakest conference. Their strength of schedule is garbage just because they have the Saints on there. Um, they don't have great performances against good teams. You look at let's
Our boy,
hear
our Brycey Poo beat the Rams.
besides Bryce Young beating the Panthers or the Rams somehow, some way. But I'm gonna go with the NFC South being one and done in the playoffs, and so either the Bucks or the Panthers are gonna be the seventh
Who you
seed.
got at 8?
So I'm gonna put the Bucks at 8
Okay.
because their momentum is garbage right now. They're on a
It
horrible
just takes
spot.
one. Any given Sunday. Just takes one
But
game.
Emeka Egbuka was on my fantasy team. He's
Dude,
god
mine too.
awful.
Mine too.
Don't you mean Mika a Big Boo, as Gronk says?
That's what
Big.
it is. And then the Panthers at 7 because I think the Panthers are better than the Bucks.
Okay.
And they beat the Rams, and that's something that you can't look over.
That's something to be proud of.
Yep.
I'm obviously the Bucks are going 8. You lost to the Falcons and the Saints in the past 3 weeks. I mean, that's just pitiful. They're not going to go anywhere. They don't beat any of the teams above them in the NFC, so obviously they're going 8.
Okay.
I'm sad about it. I think I think the Broncos should be a better or not the Broncos. Sorry, we're done with that. I think the Buccaneers are a better team. They're just not playing like it. So I don't know, but like I said, any given Sunday it comes down to week 18 between Bucks and Panthers. Um, I don't know. I don't want to get into a fight here about what's about to happen. So I think maybe I'll just put Buccaneers at 8 because I think that's where they belong right now, and Panthers at 7. But I just also want to say any given Sunday, Bucks could be in the playoffs and make 7 there, but still 8. I'll put them at 8.
You don't bet against the Carolina Reaper, Bryce
I'll
Young,
bet
a
against them any
lunatic.
day.
Bryce Young. And here's the thing. I mean, we're all talking about one and done in the playoffs. As we've said, the Carolina's tough to play at home. I don't know what it is. They've got something cooking in the water. Maybe their locker room has like steroids in the Gatorade or something. I don't know. But they play well at home and they play trash on the road. So I'm gonna go 8 Buccaneers, 7 Panthers, but I would not be shocked if one of the NFC West teams, because that's gonna be the 5, one of the NFC West teams falls short against Carolina. Very
I didn't
deep
get my set.
at.
I didn't know we were doing 8 and 7.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna upset the playoff committee here, and I'm gonna put the Packers at 7.
Okay, so we all
I'm
agree.
not
Sorry.
putting the Carolina Panthers at 7. That is ridiculous.
We all have Bucks at 8. Okay.
Yep.
We all have Bucks at 8.
I mean, I can't even really fight Hunter about this. They already lost to the Panthers this year, but I don't know, man.
You know what, Hunter? You're right, dude. I don't know what I was thinking.
I can't bet against Bryce Young.
Without Micah
Like you
too.
said, because the thing is, they're gonna be at home. If they win their division, they're gonna be at home when they play.
Well, that
And
shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. It's
but
just with the team. So
I think Carolina head to head is better than the Packers, and I don't think Carolina. I think
I
Carolina
actually
maybe
don't
should be
agree. I
6,
think
but I
I
think
think the game was a fluke, but it's whatever.
okay.
but they beat
The
them with Micah.
Yeah, we lost Tucker Craft that game though.
The Panthers are not 7. The Packers are, no offense, the worst team in the NFC right now in the playoffs.
Thanks for saying
I
no offense. That makes it better, actually.
all right,
Hurts.
Hunter.
It does hurts less.
I would agree with you that maybe Carolina isn't 7, but I wouldn't have the Packers at the 7 spot. So for that
Uh,
reason, I'm gonna put Carolina there because I think it's better because I think the Packers aren't. I don't think the Packers are the worst team in the NFC playoffs.
so tough, man.
No, you don't think they are, or no, you think they are.
No, I don't think they are the worst team in the NFC playoffs. I
You
don't.
guys are like my best friends.
So we got Panthers at 7.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Ryan or
yeah,
Landon. Unfortunately, we got our Bryce Young at 7. But
yeah.
Yes.
I wish I could rank them higher, but
Well,
they're eight
you
and
guys
seven.
aren't true Bryce Young fans.
well,
Showing
I
up.
mean, he's kind of maybe looking like a
This is
maybe a little bit of a Rico Dowdle merchant, maybe,
hold on. Time out, time out. Me and Will, we're short kings, so we got to root for the short kings, man.
and an underdog like that,
My
man.
thing is, I'd
The Ted
imagine
offensive.
if we're thinking properly, I'd imagine I know who your guys' six is, and when you're comparing the fact that Carolina has the head-to-head win against who you guys probably will be putting at your six, I just don't see how we're putting Carolina
Who's
there,
that?
especially now that they just beat the Rams.
Who's that? Who are you talking
If you
Who do you
guys,
have?
if I'm thinking of who we're thinking should be at the sixth
Well,
spot, and
say
you
it.
guys don't, the Packers should be at the sixth spot.
No,
Yeah,
If
yeah.
no.
what do you mean no?
What?
I'm not putting the Packers in.
Oh no, this looks gonna go off the rails. Never mind, this
Okay,
is gonna
time out,
take
time out. Let
forever.
me just
Hold
start.
on.
Let me just start. Let me just start.
Wait. We got 8 Bucks, Panthers 7. Let's get into
Okay.
6. So Landon
So
started off.
I'm gonna start off. I'm going to put the Packers at sixth. You know, they've got some good wins. Unfortunately, the NFC North isn't looking as dominant as, it has been. It
That's
was
because
last year.
Packers always messing them up. That's why, dude. They don't want to mess. The Packers ruined all their records.
But the
Plus,
problem is the Lions just lost to the Vikings in 9 with Jared Goff having 5 turnovers.
yeah.
The Vikings are not good. I'm sorry, Ryan. I mean, they're
Oh,
just
I completely agree. I think the Vikings are trash. I think the Lions are playing their worst year in a while. And the Bears are not what they're showing to be. The Bears are not that good of a football team. I don't care who their head coach is. They're not as good. So I don't disagree with you at all there.
but the Packers have lost 2 really important games
Mhm.
schedule wise, and I think it's losing to the Broncos and losing to the Bears. Those are probably their 2 hardest
And losing
opponents
to
that
the
they've had on
seventh
their
spot.
schedule. What?
And losing to
Um,
the seventh spot.
Early
well,
in the season, I mean,
Oh my
Kraft
God,
went
dude! You sound like
down.
a
Ryan,
no, duh, you're a Notre Dame fan talking about early season losses, dude. Oh my God.
Ryan, if you'd let me skip you, I think that we both have the same argument, and I'm just gonna say it because I wanna present it this way. I have a team that you guys are probably having above that has a worth strength of victory, a worth strength of schedule, and has lost head to head to the Packers, and that's the Bears.
But the Bears
Dude,
have also
oh
won
my
head to head against them.
God, dude.
The
On
worst
s-
game. They already
on a
lost Micah
at
and
home on a
Okay,
fluke
okay, hold on.
offense.
in
What are we
Hold on. They
overtime,
talking
by
lost
the
about?
way.
Micah. They
That's what
lost
we got to
Micah.
talk about. I mean, we do have to mention that. Key player injuries is supposed to be
That
in
was,
CFP.
yeah, but
I
the
mean,
thing is,
you
I still
lost
think
Micah
without
Parsons.
Micah, they're still a better team. They lost in overtime off a crazy deep ball to Nixon, who
This
was
is
actually on
ridiculous.
him. Nixon
And
had good coverage.
they have
Um,
their backup quarterback in. Jordan Love is better than Malik Willis. And
But
Jordan
Malik
Love
Willis
will
so
be
was
back.
playing
yeah,
good. That's you can't overlook that. Malik
You
Willis was
can't say he
playing
was
at a
playing
good
he
good.
was
They
level.
put
not
up
part of the game plan though, and he was
they put
out.
up
And
16 points, man. I think
But
that
your quarterback has to be healthy, and Jordan Love has not been a healthy
okay,
quarterback.
but he is going to be healthy for the
it's a
playoffs. Is the
concussion. He's going to be
thing?
back.
He's
It's
going
not
to
like
be
he's got a
back.
knee or something. It's a
Yeah.
concussion.
So that's a
I
He'll be
sleeper
just,
fine.
argument because they
I
already clinched
think
the playoffs. They can rest him the rest of the year, and he'll be back for the playoffs and be good to go.
And that's probably honestly what they're doing. I mean, they don't need this
He's
game
already
against
out this
Baltimore.
game, so tomorrow. So
I mean, what I think is happening here is I think Ryan's hatred for the Bears is getting way too in the
it
way.
doesn't matter.
I,
They're not a good football team. It
this is
doesn't matter. I mean,
they
I
are a
I
good football team.
I have no ifs, ands, or buts about the Bears, and I just don't think they're a good team. They should not have beaten Green Bay. They got a fluky win.
can I
We were
get
Dude,
a
talking.
fluky
timeout?
wins are
Sorry,
not a thing towards the end of the season.
yes, it is.
what does
Can
that
I get
The
a
even
Bears
mean?
timeout?
are
Oh
at
my
6,
God,
Can I get a
bro.
timeout?
Yeah,
third,
The,
dude.
the and one of the other big factors that I'm going to take into account, and I know the college football committee doesn't do this at all, but I'm going to do it. The fact that they're probably not going to win the NFC North, and they're not going to have Lambeau on
oh
their
yeah, they
side.
do. That is taken into account. It would be
That
conference championships, division
I
championships.
think I think that's huge for the Packers. I mean, Lambeau is behind this.
I disagree. They should have won with a backup quarterback at Soldier Field without their best player.
But they
I
didn't.
mean,
But they didn't win.
In overtime, I
And
mean,
they didn't win.
it was a goofy.
They lost one play. One player is going to be back for when the next time they play.
And they're
Jordan
gonna
Love
beat
is the
them.
only one who's
Hunter, I would agree with you if it's the
But
left
It's their
tackle.
kicker.
But
Their kicker's
Malik-
gonna be out, dude.
Bro,
Oh my
It's
Malik
the
Willis
goodness.
is playing
quarterback.
good, bro. Like
Hunter,
you can't just call.
Okay,
fluky
but yes, we have
win-
Malik
You
Willis.
can't
We're
just
gonna win
call
every game,
fluky
bro.
wins
Yes.
whenever it's
Yes,
a
we got
win you
Malik
don't
Willis.
like. That's what you guys do. You
It's
guys always say
not
it's a fluky win when it's a win you guys don't like. They came back and they won a good game against a divisional opponent. Their best divisional opponent, bro. This is ridiculous.
Yes,
If
The
you
Bears
ask
are not.
anyone-
The Bears
so
are
they
not
should
a
be.
6th seed. This is
if
stupid.
you ask anyone,
The Bears are not going to win one game. I promise you. I'll bet all my money the
The
Bears will not win a
Packers
game
aren't
in
going
the
to win
playoffs.
one game.
We're not talking about the Packers. We're talking about the Bears.
You're
They're not
putting the
going to
Packers above them.
Yes, the Bears are not going to win a game. I
if we're
promise.
talking about the two teams, we have to
God.
consider head-to-head, and we have to consider the games that were played.
And the games that
So
were
why
played
are we
later
not
in the
going
season,
back?
the Bears won.
What
Hunter,
about the Packers 2 weeks before?
if Tyson Badgett was out there and the Packers barely beat the Bears, I would say that's a bad win for the Packers. They backup quarterback put up 16 points. You can say as good as he played as you want. Joe Flacco played well, putting up 40 points. That's the difference. He put up 16. That's not playing well.
can we talk about common opponents for a second?
Yeah, that's fine.
The Packers tied with the Cowboys. The Bears beat the Cowboys. Hold
It's
on.
a tie in overtime. Kind of silly.
Oh, dude, come on, stop doing that, bro. You guys can't
It's
just keep
tie.
pulling the fluke wins and ties card, bro.
The Packers better than the Bears. I mean, they
All right,
deserve.
no,
they-
keep going
without-
common opponents. Keep going common opponents.
Without Micah, I just don't think. I don't think it's
I
fair.
don't get why we're not throwing that into consideration, dog. They
We
are
are
without
throwing
their
it in
best
consideration.
defensive player.
We all can throw it into consideration. And Hunter, if they didn't play last week, I would agree with you. But
But
they did.
also, the Bears lost. What was that? 52-21 to the Lions. Good nights. Packers
And
didn't
the
lose the Lions
Packers
all
beat them
year.
both times.
So what about that, guys? You talk about common opponents, but didn't even bring up that game. That doesn't make any sense at all.
But
Didn't
you're
the Bears?
bringing up common opponents, bro. The Bears just beat the Packers.
Beat the
And
Packers.
the Packers beat the Bears.
The Packers
Like, why are
are
we
not going
forgetting
to have
the win?
the Packers when they play in the
It doesn't
playoffs are not
matter.
gonna have
They're
home
gonna
field
beat
advantage.
them.
The
They aren't
Packers
gonna
are
have
a
Micah
two-game
Parsons.
slide.
Like they just lost to the Bears. They're not going to have Micah Parsons. They're not going to have home field advantage. That's
Okay.
like three key things that are going to carry the Packers.
Okay, first of all, you can't say home field
Bears
advantage.
also
the
barely
game.
beat the Bengals, so which is very silly. They also barely beat the
beat 'em.
Giants.
They beat them.
Uh,
I think.
I mean, this is.
You're so flip-flocky. On one
No,
team, you're
it's
Hold on,
saying,
hold on.
We
oh,
also lost to the Vikings, so I mean,
Ryan.
no, don't rhyme me trying to baby
Give me a
me,
second.
dude. The
Hold on,
Bears
you-
don't deserve to be.
You said the Bears barely beat the Giants, but the Packers only beat the Giants by 3
okay,
points.
Jordan Love was hurt in that game too.
Yeah, Jordan Love only had 174 passing
Yeah,
He
'cause
didn't
he-
play
he
the whole
left.
game, you
can we
idiot.
stop
you
giving excuses
like the
for
Giants
every
are
single
good.
game, bro?
Okay, Hunter, would I consider if we're doing CFP rankings, I would consider Bengals better now than they were when they had Joe Flacco. It's the same common courtesy. You can't sit here and say Malik Willis is as good as Jordan Love. Jordan Love is leading the league in EPA per dropback, and
Okay.
they didn't have him on their
Bro,
team.
random stat.
Where
dog.
could you guys
they did
possibly
not.
put the Bears?
They-
No.
dude,
Hunter, shut up.
Oh my
Where could you
God.
possibly put the Bears on this list if you don't have them at
They're
6?
they're in the top 4 easily.
This is so stupid, Hunter.
I can't
Are
get
you
behind
slow?
that.
Do you
I
ride
can't
the
get
short
behind
bus,
that.
God,
Hunter?
bro, this is so dumb.
Landon, this is the guy you're
I'm-
arguing on your
hold
side with.
Hold on, Hunter. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Bears. I am gonna rank the Bears over the Packers because of momentum right now. But I think the
these
Bears
two
would be the
teams-
next team up. They would
These
be.
two teams are
they
the
would be
6 and
fine.
5 for me.
They would
These
be-
two teams are the
yeah.
6 and 5 for me, no doubt.
The Bears would be
Yeah,
fine.
I don't
for
agree
me.
that the Packers need to be way up
But
there
if
at
I was-
all. I'm not
I
going to
was-
have them any higher, but
If I was looking, yeah, Jordan Love's better than Caleb Williams. He is.
The whole roster
Dude,
is
no, he
better.
is not.
Are we
The
serious,
Packers
bro?
have-
Do I
the
need to
Pack-
do I need to get off tonight, like right now?
Oh my
Because
God.
this is actually so
The
stupid.
Packers have a
Actually,
better O-line.
Is
The Packers
Jordan
have a better
Love better
defense.
than
Jordan
Caleb
Love is
Williams?
better than Caleb Williams. That's the easiest thing I can say all day.
It's not even a hot take.
This
I would
that
give the
is a
coaches-
hot take, bro.
I
What
would-
are we
don't
talking-
agree.
This
Bro,
is so stupid.
Jordan Love is third in the MVP conversation, and Caleb Williams is nowhere to be found. What are we
Do we not
talking
remember
about?
Jordan
Caleb
Love is not
Williams,
third in MVP conversation.
Okay, then you just don't watch any football talks. I mean, that's fine. You can just say that. But every
I don't want to
conversation,
watch Stephen A. ramble for 3 hours.
It's not
Yeah,
Stephen A. It's NFL analysts and
I
NFL
I can't
GMs
believe I'm
ranking
agreeing with
people.
Ryan so much here, but Jordan Love is better than Caleb
This is
Williams. So
so
you'd have
silly,
Caleb
bro.
Williams top. You
Like,
guys would have Caleb Williams top 10.
Yeah.
I don't think
oh
he's top
my
10,
goodness,
but
dude.
I don't think he's worse
Do
than
you think
Jordan
Jordan Love's
Love.
like?
So
You think
Jordan
Jordan
Love's
Love's
not
like
top 10.
15?
Will, right now, off the top of your head, name me 9 quarterbacks better than
Justin Herbert,
Caleb
Josh
Williams.
Allen, Drake May.
Drake
I
May's debatable.
he was debatable.
Okay,
What do
so
you mean?
Bo Nix or Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb
I would.
Williams.
Yeah, you'd have to say Caleb Williams. I'd say
Screw
Jordan
Bo
Love is
Nix.
better. I'd say Jared Goff is better. I'd say
Jared Goff's not better than Caleb
Hey,
Williams.
this is
43 and
actually
5.
making
This
me pretty upset. So,
right. CFP is just gonna have to
um,
flip a coin. We're just gonna flip a coin.
no, I don't. If it ends in a coin flip where the Bears are above the Packers, this is the dumbest thing
I
ever.
think this is a
The
fraudulent list.
Bears just beat the Packers. I don't care
Oh
if it
my
was
It was
gosh,
without
They
Jordan
dude.
Love.
played 2 weeks
I don't
before
care.
with a
The
healthy
Packers
Jordan
don't
Love,
have
and they
Micah
lost.
Parsons. They're not going anywhere in the playoffs. The
Neither
Bears
do
are fully healthy. Please.
Ryan, dude. He's got
It
a
does.
point. If we're
No,
talking
it
about,
doesn't matter. The
Yes,
Packers are a
dude, it
better
Yes, it does.
100%
team.
Micah Parsons
matters.
is the best player in the league.
The Packers
What
are
are
going to
you
win out
talking about?
without Micah Parsons,
Packers
dude.
fans sat there all freaking year. Oh my gosh, Micah Parsons, we're changed. We're going to the Super Bowl. Guess what they're doing now? They're not making it past the first round without Micah.
Yeah, they might not make it out of the first round, but they'll still beat the Bears, and I guarantee
But they
they'll beat the
didn't.
Bears. They already did, you
They
idiot.
beat him earlier in the
But
season.
they didn't beat
And the
him without
Two
Micah.
momentum
weeks
category.
before. It was literally
They
2 weeks
were-
before. Can
dude,
you
they
count
The
to
were up
two,
by-
Packers
Hunter?
did not
Can you
beat
count
the
to
Bears
two?
without Micah.
They will. I promise you they will.
They were
They-
up
they
by
did-
10
they
in the
didn't
fourth
beat-
quarter. They
They
should have
also
won that
lost love.
game.
They
They didn't have
didn't.
their starting. We knocked the Patriots for barely beating the Ravens without Lamar. We're not going to knock the Bears for barely beating the Packers without Jordan Love. Jordan Love's been better
But
than
that's the
Lamar all
consideration you have to
season.
put into it, bro.
But the
Micah
problem
Parsons is
is,
not going to be
Jordan
there.
Love will be back.
Also, you guys wouldn't know this, but one of our draft picks this year, Colin Oliver, is just going to start this week, and they're pretty high on him, and is probably going to have some more productivity than Brenton
Okay.
Cox out there.
I
stuff
bet he
like
has
that.
5 snaps that game.
He might have five snaps, but he'll still take snaps away from other players that don't deserve those snaps.
Landon, you sat on here and said on a different episode that you said the Packers secondary has been good. And that's
It has been
without
good.
anybody. They're just now getting healthy in their wide receiver room. Matthew Golden's finding something. He caught a big deep ball. I think the Packers are, as much as I hate to say it, Josh Jacobs is better than DeAndre Swift. If we look up and down
Oh,
this
1000%.
roster, this edge goes to the Packers with or without Micah Parsons. And if you ask me at the beginning of the season, which team was better, the Bears or the Packers, before they traded for Micah, you were gonna say the Packers. You can't change that now because Micah's gone and you saw them with Micah.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
I
Because that's
I mean,
that's
that's
They played a whole season.
I'm just saying that if you look at it, like the Packers was better before the season without Micah Parsons, they're better now.
I'm glad Landon's at least making me not look like a fucking psychopath here. This is
well, both you guys are pretty slow, so I
This
mean,
is-
I don't know how we're
ridiculous.
slow when I'm looking at the Packers
We're just
without
gonna.
their best
All right,
player.
we can't get stuck on this for too long. We're gonna
okay.
have to
Either
flip a
way,
coin. This has been like
5 and
15
6 are
minutes.
Packers and Bears. Is that right? Five.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
okay with either or.
Well, Hunter apparently has like the Bears. at
I'll
two.
move him down, bro. I'll move him down as long as the Packers are not above the Bears.
No,
No, he's-
no, that's what we're
Hunter's
talking
got the
about.
Bears at 2.
yeah, this is the dumbest thing.
I mean, he's got the Bears in the top four.
Dude, listen, I'll
he's not
move
gonna
the
budge.
Bears anywhere, bro. As long as the Bears are not below the Packers, I don't care, because the Bears are a better team than the Packers.
I so hope dude. I promise you, if the Packers play in the Packers and Bears play in the playoffs, I'm coming over to your house and I'm
All
gonna
right.
laugh in your face the whole game.
All right, we're gonna table this. We're gonna have Packers and Bears at 5 and 6. The spots to be determined about where they go in the 5 and 6.
Okay.
Is that good?
I don't even want to
We
do the
can-
rest
That's
of
fine, man.
this list, bro. I mean,
Fine. Did you have the Packers any higher than 5? Did you have
No,
the
I
Packers?
didn't.
Okay,
They
then
don't
it's
deserve
fair. Then it's fair.
I love that Will had to just sit there and bear the Chargers going to 6 and Ryan sitting here not wanting to record the rest of the episode.
nah, because this is stupid. We're talking about the Bears here, man. I mean, it isn't.
Dude, I let the Broncos go higher than the Chargers. Like,
Well,
and you know how I feel about the Broncos.
that's a
Well, the
different
Chargers are
team.
another
And we
team. The
never, and
Chargers
we
are
have
another
beat.
team without one of their star players, and the star player is the reason they aren't performing well. The
We,
Chargers with Joe
What's this
Alt, the
guy even
Chargers are
talking
the
about?
Chargers with Joe Alt are a higher seed than we put them
oh no,
at.
I'm gonna punch you in the mouth, dude.
I'm
I'm
literally
like, I'm gonna
defending you,
punch you
you
in the mouth.
moron.
What are you talking about, dude?
I'm saying the Chargers with Joe Alt are a better team than they are right now. That's exactly what I'm saying, you
Oh,
moron. Why are you arguing
Joe
for?
Burrow with eyeballs is better than Joe Burrow without
What are you
eyeballs.
This is
talking
Obvious
the
about, dog?
statement.
I'm literally defending your team, you
I
stupid
know.
ass.
Hey, Thick. Hey, Tubby.
Like, dude, like, what are
Let's
you
keep
talking
moving
about?
here.
You
We're
guys are getting,
moving. All right, we're
way
moving.
too
We're
tilted
moving.
about
We're
this,
moving.
bro.
We're moving. We're moving. All right, 4. Who do we have at 4?
I am going to put the Philadelphia Eagles at 4.
Okay,
They're so inconsistent.
they are.
I mean, they're good. Saquon's been wishy-washy this year, and that's been their
Something funny,
rock.
Hunter?
What?
All right.
There's something funny, Hunter. This
All
guy's
right.
smiling and geeking over here.
So I mean, obviously they clinched their division. I would argue that the NFC or the NFC East is just a little bit stronger than the NFC South.
So you'd have all 3 NFC West teams better than anybody else in the conference.
I'd be
I
okay
mean,
with that.
that's not crazy to say, but all right, Hunter.
All right. I'm also gonna agree with him. I'm gonna put the Eagles at 4. I mean, when you're looking at the rest of the teams that are competing here, they're not better. They're not beating the Rams. They're not beating the Seahawks, and they're not beating the Niners. So I don't think it's really an argument here. Like Landon said, they're inconsistent. I mean, they should, like, when looking on paper, they should be a Super Bowl contending team every single year. It's ridiculous that they're 10-5 right now. With any competent coach, this team's 17-0.
Mm,
I mean,
yeah,
that
get Nick
roster is
Sirianni out of there.
ridiculous.
All right, Ryan, what are you thinking?
I would actually agree with the Eagles here. I
Okay.
will. You seem to be in a
I would have
different spot, but I just don't. I just don't know that the Eagles are all that good. I don't think they're all that good. And they did beat the Packers, which doesn't say a lot, because if the Bears can beat the Packers, that really doesn't mean much there. But
I'm
Couldn't agree more here, Ryan.
I'm fine with this. I think the Niners are 4. I would have the
that's
Eagles
right
at
where
3.
I mean that's where I was at between the Niners as well. But
And I would just implore any of our fans that are watching this episode to go check out the AFC episode when Josh Allen gets a pass for losing every game to Patrick Mahomes, but apparently Jalen Hurts doesn't get the same pass, so that's good to know. So Jalen Hurts just won the Super Bowl and was at another Super Bowl, so he's very proven in the playoffs, a lot more than I guess. But I guess you
Yeah,
lose to
but
Mahomes.
we're
So
also
Brock Purdy's lost to Mahomes, so
contributing the
it
fact
doesn't
that
matter.
on paper the Eagles have the best team in the league.
But Jalen Hurts also is missing his Robin / missing his Batman, vice versa. So,
With
I mean,
flows or they're out.
what?
Are you saying like he's missing them with his throws, or who's
No,
injured?
he's
AJ Brown,
missing
Devontae Smith.
Saquon being consistent, missing AJ Brown. I mean, those guys have not. Is it him
they're
letting
still
them
on the
down, or is
field,
it
dude.
them
They're
letting them
still
down?
playing.
Yeah, that's. I can't sit here and argue with a guy who said on paper they have the best roster in the league, but then he's going to put them at 4, and then we're going to
Who
not
said
talk
that?
about Hunter.
Hunter.
What?
What happened?
I never
You
put them at
said
4. What are you talking about?
you said you have the Eagles at 4, and you said on
Yeah.
paper they have the best roster in the league.
I'd argue that their defense is very, very, very good.
Yeah, I'm saying they have the best roster on paper. They should be doing better than they are. That's why they're lower.
Then Ryan? Like, do you see what this
Wait,
is the
I
guy
like-
having
I
a
know this
Bears?
kid's
getting
like-
confused here, dog.
This guy's got so much fat in his brain, dude. I
I,
just
I don't know why you, Ryan, you're getting way too
Landon,
mad, dude.
I caution you on the Bears argument. We're going to table it, but on the Bears argument, this is the guy that you're on the side of.
no.
Once again,
Let's forget the Bears, bro. I
We
don't
are.
want
I'm
it.
not even. It's not even that the Bears are better than
No,
the
we're
Packers.
done. We're done talking about the Bears.
We're
I'm not
done.
talking
We're
about-
shelving it. We're
No,
shelving it. We're
It's the
shelving
no,
it.
fact
put the
that
hand
the
down, Landon.
Packers are just not good. I'm sorry.
They're not good.
I objectively would say the Packers are not really that good, but I would say the Bears are even worse.
The Bears are not that good, but the Packers are worse without Micah. They are, and it's proven by that game that they just lost to the Bears.
Okay, we're talking about this. We're talking
What do
about
you mean? Okay, that's a valid argument.
because we're shelving the argument because we're shelving it. So we're talking about Niners Eagles right now. I'm fine with putting the Eagles at 4. I just wanted it to be stated that I think the Niners are at 4
Yeah, I'm right there with
instead.
you.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of flip-flop for me, but I just don't think the Eagles can put up with other teams in the playoffs. I don't I don't see the Eagles winning against the rest of the three there if you put them in there. So
So now we're on to three, correct?
Well, 3, yeah, I guess we are. Yeah,
If I mean, is everyone cool with putting the Eagles at 4?
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with it.
All right. So next
Even though
is the
you guys just
Niners.
have shit, you guys have just shit on my two favorite non-Chargers in the league on back-to-back takes with Saquon and Micah.
So the our my
Connor, something
three.
funny. Why are you laughing so much?
I'm good.
All right, let's go. All right, who we
All
have at
right.
3? I think the top 3 should be pretty easy,
The
but
three, the three of the Niners.
yeah,
They beat the Seahawks week 1. That's something to not look over.
we
Um,
know Hunter still has the Bears on his original list at
Yeah,
1,
dude, he's
so
literally got the Bears at one. This is
No,
so
Bears
annoying.
Bears were 4 in my list.
they lost to the Jags, which is, I mean, that was a pretty good loss. They beat the Rams, middle of the season. They lost the
and
Bucks.
that was with their backup quarterback too. That needs to be stated. They beat the Rams.
That's true. And they lost the Texans, which the Texans are good. Then lost the Rams. The Niners are this weird team where at the beginning of the year you thought their injuries were going to kill them, but that ended up not being the case somehow. Brock Purdy is so mid that even
Oh
who
no,
came
it
back,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He lost to Mahomes in the Super Bowl twice, so
Mac
he's
Jones
like for the greatest
is
quarterback of all
So
time.
good at
stupid,
that
bro. Shut
roster.
up.
Thank God for CMC because he's the best offensive player in the league. I don't care what you can't convince me otherwise. But
We're sitting here acting like Alondre Gadsden doesn't exist, but okay.
I would never heard of freaking Christian Watson, bro.
Christian 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 can't stay on the field. Watson, my dog.
God, it's so sad.
It is
Christian
sad
Dropson.
because he's been on my fantasy team for the past like 4 years. It makes me want to kill myself
That's
every time.
crazy. You drafted him 4 years in a row.
I have, man. I
You
love him.
gotta learn your lesson, man.
Yeah,
I
dude.
Well,
should.
that's like me drafting Bo Melton every year.
But the Niners are
Okay,
my three because I don't see they're not ahead of the Seahawks or the
Yeah.
I know
Rams.
who you got.
I mean, yeah, I'm going with the same exact pick. I
Okay.
mean, I think it's an awful year for the Niners to exist in that division because that division is just so insane right now. I mean, like these three teams in that division are winning in any other division right now. It's just, I mean, the odds are stacked against them, and I think looking at head to head, they're not better than the Seahawks, and they're not better than the Rams.
Ryan, who you got?
Niners. I hate the Niners. Doesn't matter
Uh,
who I hate, but
I'm
anyway, the
gonna
Niners
I'm
belong
gonna have to
everywhere.
say the Niners as much as it hates me because I just made the argument that if you win with a backup quarterback, it should be boosted. But I'm gonna have to have the Niners.
So we agree Niners at three.
Yep, yep, yep.
And, call me crazy. This game last Thursday was
Don't even
not.
say it. Do not even say it. Don't even say it.
Here we go.
You can't have the Bears ahead of the Packers and then have the Rams ahead of the Seahawks. You can't. You just can't.
Give it to me, Landon. Give it to me.
There's no continuity in that argument.
Give it to me, Landon.
Hey, let's hear it, Kev.
uh, Kevin's going to put the Los Angeles Rams at the 1 seed in the
You
Seattle.
you can't. You can't. You can't. You can't.
I definitely can, and let me tell you why right here, right now. So, obviously, the Seahawks had a great win against the Rams. And I argue that the Bears had a great win against the Packers because why not?
Different
But
levels of wins there, but it is
but
what it is. I
the
can get mad at
Seattle
more.
Seahawks, the
They're
Seattle
good.
Seahawks were at full health. They had everyone there. The Los Angeles Rams were without Devontae Adams for that game, and they still were I mean they lost, but you can't you have your second best weapon. Puka went off, and I just
All right.
don't think I don't want to trust Sam Darnold. You look at the Rams' strength of schedule; it is third highest in the league, behind, actually, sorry, fourth highest, behind the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Giants. Their strength of victory is the highest in the league at 512. In these out of the AFC and NFC. So they have the best strength of victory out of every team. And I just think Matt Stafford, give me Matt Stafford over Sam Darnold. Uh, I'm sorry. I think the Rams defense is good. The Seahawks defense is better, but the Rams offense is a million times better. And I just can't put a Sam Darnold led team because if we want to talk about QB playoff track record, what has Sam Darnold done, Hunter?
Yeah, I have first hand in this to how good Matthew Stafford is in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I
So,
listen. I'm gonna stay consistent with my logic, and I'm gonna put the Seahawks at 1. I think just because they just came off a win where both teams were almost fully healthy, I think it's ridiculous to put the Rams at 2nd. I mean the Rams at 1 and the Seahawks not at 1. I think when it comes down to it, if there's a team that I think wins it all, I think I'm gonna be choosing the Rams to win it all more. But I think when you're looking at this, like this
that's
whole
what we're
overall,
talking about.
if we're going, I mean, if we're not going off and if we're not looking at the season at all, then yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick the Rams over the Seahawks to win the Super
The
Bowl.
season is supposed to be your resume for who would do a better job at
The
winning a
the Re-
Super Bowl.
the Seahawks have a better seasonal over
So
like,
then,
but I think Matthew Stafford being at the helm and having all that playoff experience and having the experience of winning a Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford I think has a better. I trust Matthew Stafford to win a Super Bowl over Sam Darnold.
okay, Ryan, go.
I'm with the Rams as well.
Yeah,
You think about how Sammy finished the year last year with the Vikings, and he just couldn't get it done in the end of the season last year. And if we're doing college football playoffs, though, I just want to pick Seahawks because Seahawks were able to get it done. Um, but
but the Rams beat them earlier.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say here, Will. What do you have to say here?
I was actually about to applaud Hunter and respect Hunter for his take of because you might be wrong, and I think you're wrong. But if you had the Seahawks at 1, that was something to be proud of. That you were at least consistent in your argument. But you flip flopped. Every argument you said about why the Rams are better than the Seahawks is the same argument that me and Ryan are saying about why the Packers are better than the Bears, and it applies. And
No, it
and and
doesn't.
you can sit here and say, who's better, your wide receiver 2 or your quarterback? What's more important for your team? And
Of
nobody's gonna
course.
say your wide receiver 2.
No.
Everybody's
Give
gonna
me
say
give me Devontae over Jordan Love.
that's not the
This
question.
is
It's
actually the slowest thing I've ever heard,
if
but
Hunter,
The
right
bait
now,
is too easy, man. I
right
love
now, if
it.
you had to sacrifice a leg, would you sacrifice T. Higgins or Joe Burrows?
T
Oh, I'd
Higgins.
sacrifice Joe Burrows because it's gonna get hurt regardless.
It's not
Right.
though.
Would
yeah,
you
that's a bad one.
sacrifice Landon, would you sacrifice
Dude,
Patrick Mahomes' leg or Xavier Worthy?
just get to just get to the point of the argument.
Well,
That's the
hold on.
argument.
Which
This is
leg
just what I'm
right
saying.
now? The one that's
No, no,
torn?
no. When he's healthy, when he's healthy.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if the season just ended, there was no playoffs. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks at 1. The season overall resume for the Seahawks is better than the Rams.
And I
But
respect that
if
you
but
say that.
in the playoffs, if I'm in the NFC Championship and it's Seahawks versus Rams, I have more trust in the Rams to get it done over the Seahawks.
I agree. You're right. You're right in that take. That's a correct take. They played each other early in the year, and Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. That
It's Sam
matters.
Darnold. That's what it
Sam
comes
do be
down
doing
to.
that
That
though.
matters.
And
Uh,
you also gotta realize the fact Sam Darnold played amazing in his regular season last year. He was in the exact same position competing. I mean, he literally was in the exact same position, going 13-4 and having to
And what
fight for a
happened
playoff
last
spot with
year?
another 13-4 team, and then he choked it away in the playoffs. So I think that also has to be a contributing factor in it. I don't know if I can trust Sam Darnold to get it done when it comes playoff time over a
How can we
QB like
trust
Matthew
Caleb
Stafford.
Williams?
We're not
I,
talking about the
The
Bears.
question. That's the question, though. Every
like
argument you're saying is the best argument in the world for
we
why the
can
Packers are better than the
we
Bears.
can't
But,
trust Sam
but,
Darnold, but oh my goodness, Caleb Williams is our savior. We can trust him to win this game.
but if
Dumbest
we're
thing
doing
ever.
Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love, I mean,
Yes, I'm gonna take Jordan Love.
but
But
Um, like I told y'all, the reason why I have the Packers below the Bears is you've seen what they've been without Micah, and their defense hasn't been good. They let
Micah
up
didn't
30.
lose that game. I mean, we didn't
They
lose because Micah wasn't there. We lost because Jordan Love wasn't
the
there.
Packers gave up 34 points to the Broncos.
Dude, we're not talking about the Broncos. We're talking about the Bears
That's
that y'all
what
keep talking
they
about.
we are talking about their I said their last two games. They lost to the Broncos 34 to 26. They gave up 34 points. And then they just lost to the Bears 22 to 16.
Yeah,
Granted,
that's a bad loss. The Broncos was not a fun loss, but we're talking about the Bears versus Packers here in 5 and 6.
but you can't
And
but you're looking at a resume without Micah and it's 0 and 2 so far.
okay, but the Rams are 0-1 with
They
Devontae
also
Adams.
started out 1-0 in the season where Micah played like 16 snaps or something like that. He barely played, and they beat the Lions, who were so very good the year before.
They were good. The Lions were good
So
at the beginning of the year. I'll give you that. I mean,
But I mean,
but
Okay.
it,
Okay, hold
we're also
on, hold
comparing
on.
Green Bay to like the Seahawks and the Rams. The Seahawks and the Rams are ridiculously better teams. Them
Okay,
missing Devontae is not compare is like I don't think
hold on.
but
So,
hold on, Will, can I go right
sorry.
before you
Yeah,
do?
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm also looking at the Packers. They lost to the Browns.
we did lose the Browns. I
I
mean, it's a
mean,
bad loss.
And they
And the
lost to the
Bears
Eagles.
beat the Browns. Okay, that is a fact. But and they did lose to the Eagles, and the Bears beat the Eagles. But I still think you have to take the Packers over the Bears. And if you get a healthy Jordan Love, and the Packers are going to beat the Bears again. I mean, it already happened once. They'll do it again. And we didn't lose because Micah wasn't on the field. So that's a silly argument. We lost because Jordan Love was on the field.
I would agree with your guys' argument if the Bears won the game 30-27 and it was
Exactly.
obvious that the defense was the issue. The defense was fine. The defense gave up 16 points in regulation.
it's a
It was
divisional game, though. I mean,
you yelled at Hunter for saying that about the Raiders Broncos when he said when it was 10-7. You said,
no.
well,
Landon agreed with me on that
yeah, I'll say I
because
agree with
Landon,
divisional opponents are always going to be close. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter who you're missing. Divisional games are always going to be close.
so I
And
looked it up, and the record of current opponents, the Bears were 9-3, and the Packers were 6-5-1. So for that reason, it doesn't look like they're gonna budge. So I let the RCB committee fans know that me and Ryan have Packers at 5 and Bears at 6. But I guess for the official rankings, we'll put because we're going CFP style, and I guess head to head was even technically, so we're gonna have to go Bears at 5, Packers at 6.
I need to phone a friend about this,
I'm
man.
sorry.
he's gonna find a
We'll have
friend. He's
to
gonna
we'll,
call Braylon.
we'll have
I'm
to
gonna call
let
my
somebody
just
dad.
know. We're going
it
to let
makes
somebody know
sense
in the
though, Ryan.
comments.
It makes sense. It does.
You guys don't make
I
it
just
make
I
any
just can't
sense.
I have problems with putting the Rams above the Seahawks if we're gonna do that argument. But
I don't.
again, let
I'm
the
a
fans
shady
see.
businessman. I don't care.
I think
I'm cool with it.
I think
I'm gonna be
Landon's
a
deep in the
hypocrite.
pockets of the SEC.
I'm gonna be a hypocrite. I don't care.
That's what Hunter does too. He's a hypocrite about all his takes, and he does not care. So
I
both you guys are a good
Being a
team. You
hypocrite
guys
on
are
what?
terrible. I'm just saying that's how you are. You just, I
All
mean,
On
right,
what? On how?
all right.
well,
On
at
this
least
take,
I
what?
stand on business with my take. Hunter, don't ever flip flop because Will said something
I'm
or
never gonna
Ryan
flip
does
flop on the
something.
Broncos. I love the Broncos till the day I die.
Screw the Broncos. They're horrible.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Seahawks Rams, buddy. You flip
No, I
flop.
mean no. I was
No,
literally
wait. All
I
right,
said looking at the season, the Seahawks are better, but in the playoffs,
all
the
right.
Rams are gonna beat it.
We gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up. Um, official RCB rankings. One Rams. Did we agree Rams are one?
Yep.
Rams are one, two Seahawks, three Niners, four Eagles, five
skip
Bears,
5 and 6. Seven
six
is
Packers, seven is Panthers, eight is Bucks. Let us know if the Bears or Packers are better in the comment section. And Seahawks Rams.
A Michaelis
A
Packers, bro.
Micah-less Packers is, but they
or
did just play, and I would agree with you they didn't just play, but they did. So let us know in the comments